Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praise, glory, and honor that's due to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Racha HaKodash. Double honor to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone. Well, peace and blessing to the 144,000 and the hopeful elect. Shalom, Barakathum. And the title of this is going to be, and this will be real quick, but we have to be acquainted with grief, yet full of hope. Alright? It's a requirement of us to suffer, to be acquainted with grief like Yahweh Shai was, like it's written about in Isaiah, I believe it's the 53rd chapter. Alright? And this is for brothers that go through, you know, depression, or may have anxiety, or just feeling down about things. Alright? And really, it's just a matter of perspective. You know, when the Lord was building the apostles up, all right, to go out and do great works that he did, which they went on to do miracles and things, you know, it was their faith and their belief in them. You know, it wasn't that they never had the power to do it. It was the way that they looked at things. It was too fleshly, you know, and we don't come out of our flesh just overnight. You know, it's a process. All right, but as you grow, all right, you learn, you gain perspective in this thing where the things that would make you sad or depressed or like ain't shit, you learn to just expect it, you know. Now we know that we should be cut off from the world, you know, spiritually divested, emotionally divested, you know, but our flesh says otherwise. But eventually, you know, your flesh will get the picture. You know, your flesh will get the idea. It's like if you go on a 3-day fast, 4-day, even a 5-day fast, you know, when that first day or so, man, your body is screaming, it's crying, and, you know, your hunger feels like you're gonna die, you know. But if you make it to the second or third day, what you'll find out is your body adjusts. It said, okay, well, this nigga ain't eating, you know, so let me stop, let me stop bothering him with the hunger signals, you know. But because it's trying to get you to feed it, you know, and it's no different, you know, when we deal with things in our life that are just down bad, like you just can't catch up with bills, or, you know, every woman seems to be, you know, a demon and it seems targeted towards you. I mean, after a period of time, you know, you become desensitized to these things, man, and that's a requirement. All right? And the opposite side of that is hope. Like the Apostle Paul said, we are prisoners of hope. You know, the dark side of that is that we're a prisoner, but the bright side is that we have hope. Why do we have hope? Because we know that the Lord is going to destroy this place. And if you don't know that, if you have a strong faith and belief in that, then, you know, there's no point in you doing this walk anyway, you know, because it's basically going to be rooted in that you have faith that the Lord is going to do what he said he's going to do. All right. And if that's true, you're actually okay, even if you lose your life, you know. So we know these things again, but we have to remind ourselves of these things because our flesh is a hoe, man. He's a one hoe ass nigga. He's gonna bitch up when you need him, all right? Or he's gonna be too overzealous when you don't need him to be. He's never all over the place, you know. He wants pleasure all the time with no balance. Doesn't want to feel any pain ever. No balance, you know. And so your spirit has to rule that, you know. So being acquainted with grief is a requirement, and also having hope at the same time is a requirement. That's why there's so many scriptures that said, be of good cheer. All right? You know, you can read Baruch, the 5th chapter, parts of Baruch, the 4th chapter, where the Lord said, you know, the people that put hands on you, you know, the sons of the cities in Baruch 4, I believe it says, you know, they're miserable are they that afflicted thee. You know? So these people aren't miserable either. They're just better at hiding it. Or they may not be catching as much hell as you are, but you are built for it. If you're the elect, you're built for this, man. Okay? And in due time, the Lord is going to take it away from you. Okay? All right? Those curses that are on us, that depress us, like the scriptures say, it will pursue us and overtake us. All right? Which is another point to the point where we're gonna suffer. We're gonna be acquainted with grief because it's overtaking us. All right. But But those curses that pursue and overtake us, it's gonna flip on our enemies and it really already is. All right. This thing is about patience, like it says in Luke, and patience possess ye your souls. You know, so, you know, for brothers that have struggled with depression, sometimes brothers have dark thoughts, man. You know, I have them myself from time to time, you know, and it's just a demon, okay? And remember, Satan's gonna pull out all of his tricks to get you to go off, man. All right, you gonna eat. He wants you to start. He wants you to drink every day. You know, he wants you to fuck off every day on women. He wants you to waste money. Okay, because all that's gonna do is appease your flesh, and all your flesh is gonna do, your flesh is not gonna reinvest into your spirit. It's gonna just gobble everything up and consume it. And then when you don't give it anything, you don't give it more, it's gonna cry. You know, like I said, your flesh is a hoe, man. All right. And if you give your flesh too much, guess what? It ain't gonna be enough. All right. It's still gonna want more. That's how it works. That's why our spirit has to be over our flesh, and our flesh has to be subject to our spirit. Okay. If you get these two things wrong out of order, then you're gonna have a lot of problems in this truth, man. And ultimately, if you don't figure it out, it's gonna be revealed you're not of the elect, and that's the last thing you want, you know. And so that should put fear in men, like the scriptures say, through the fear of the Lord we persuade men. That should put fear in you. Okay, I gotta figure this out. This flesh, I gotta get this thing under control. You know, these demonic thoughts, it cannot be debilitating to the point where you can't do things, you can't show up for brothers, you know, you can't do a lesson or whatever it is may be. If it's affecting your walk, you need to check it immediately, which really you should be examining yourself, you know, in general. All right, but for the brothers that are struggling with that, man, we have hope. You know, there's plenty of scriptures that speak about that hope. You know, I mentioned Baruch 4, you know, there's Isaiah 25. There's a few other scriptures I'm missing, but they're really inspiring, man. All right, because the scriptures, that's what feeds our spirit, and that's what you want to feed, your spirit, not your flesh. So I'll end it there, Lord willing. This was edifying. On to the next. Shalom.